Very solid support for Seymour Business, generally 6-4, but just enough bookmakers are going 13-8 for that to be the price. They've taken the 3-1 first goal, that's into 11-4, and very tight is 6-1 Florida Pearl, the Irish horse, and Allender won it 4 times. Mainly though 11-2, but you can still get 6 against Florida Pearl. Edredon Bleu, a 9-1 chance, and the only horse to win the Peterborough Chase at Huntingdon, and this in the same year, was Wayward Lad. Back in 1983, his second of his King George's. Good support for Bow, 14-12, and the springer in the market is Go Ballistic. 33-1 with Victor Chandler this morning, now 100-7, 14-1, last year's runner-up, Go Ballistic.
It's 25 years since an Irish horse won the King George, so Archie O'Leary, what about Florida Pearl?
Well, 25 years is a long time, so it's about time. He's a great nick. A slow start to the season, but we think he's just come right. And hopefully for the Irish following, he is right.
We've always thought he would act round Kempton. We always thought this was his race. Have you always wanted to come here on this day?
That's right. Everybody who knows anything about horses tell me this. I'll tell you in about 15 minutes.
But I mean, what do you think? Seriously, we were talking this morning on the morning line. Is he back to his best, or is he not quite?
Well, Ruby Walsh thinks she's back better than ever was. Yeah. So just keep the fingers crossed. It's going to be one hell of a race, so they're going to go to hell of a lick. And if he can stay up there, we'll be there or thereabouts.
I know the whole of Ireland will be shouting for you. Good luck today.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
Well, the last Irish horse to win, of course, was Captain Christie. Well, Mr. Christie's won the 130 at Hereford at 5-1. Second, number 6, Penahigh at 12-1. And third, number 7, Prince de Gaulle at 6-1. Non-runners 2, 5 and 11. 12 ran. Meadows Boy, the unplaced, 5-2 favourite. That 130 at Hereford. One more coming up for the time being anyway. 130 at Sedgefield. Number 1, Fatal Care, odds on 2-1 on favourite, the winner. Second, number 4, Shebang at 33-1. And third was number 6, the Major at 11-2. 7 ran, they went without number 3.
Well, there'll be many a well-cultivated Christmas hangover being blown away by this bitter cold here at Kempton this afternoon. But as ever, a huge turnout. Bang here in the sort of major metropolitan centre. Plenty of folk on the doorstep, and traditionally they throng Kempton on Boxing Day. Fresh air, a few quid in their pockets, the opportunity to make it a few more, and a fascinating renewal of the King George. So fair to warn you that there's a precautionary inspection here tomorrow at Kempton at 7:30 in the light of a pretty grim weather forecast on the frost front. That's meant to be the problem. Now Clonmel also taking a peek at 7:30. Thursday's meeting at Musselburgh is an inspection tomorrow at 9, and Friday's meeting at Stratford they're inspecting on Thursday at 8 o'clock. There's a lot of frost about it. And one who looks like he's been out in the sharpest of all frosts, Desert Orchid, Colin Brown on top, Janice Coyle at his head, and very much part of the Boxing Day furniture at Kempton. John Frankham just been saying, he bet he's thinking to himself, oh, I hope they realise I haven't done much work recently, so he won't be taking part, but he's made this place his own down the years. And Barton Bank, and we think you may find a familiar face perched on the top of Barton Bank. Who's that then, John? You had him down as someone else. Jamie Goldstein, that's who we are. And Barton Bank looking in tremendous order. And fellow.
Well, there's a familiar
Now there
face.
is G. Bradley. Now, of course, leading author Graham Bradley, and of course, bloodstock dealer. The fellow won this in 91 and 92, and of course ridden by Adam Condrat, who was lucky enough to be taught by McCurrick how to win a Gold Cup.
It's a bit early in the day for Brad to be up. It's barely 2:15 yet. Carl Llewellyn on bow.
So the parade, first Carl Llewellyn on bow. The boldest of front runners last season, but he needs to recapture that form to have any chance.
For the 50th running of the Pertemps King George VI.
Norman Williamson on Little Bellator. Classy over 2 miles, but is he classy enough? And can he last the 3?
Winner of the Pertemps Great Yorkshire Chase in January.
Joe Tizard on Double Thriller.
Distance win.
So exciting 2 years ago, but he's only had one comeback race since his breathing operation in the summer. Jim Calotti on Edward Blur, the reigning 2-mile champion chaser, also brilliant over 2.5. If he stays, he has a big shot. Thierry Dumas on First Goal. The best chaser in France, admirably tough and consistent, even his best might not possibly be good enough. Ruby Walsh on Florida Gold, the best chaser in Ireland. He needs to hit his very best today. Timmy Murphy on Go Ballistic. Second last year, won a hurdle race in his warm-up. Another place it will be something of a training trial. Then Mick Fitzgerald on Seymour Business. Twice the King George winner and more ruthless than ever on his only run this season. He's the one to beat. And finally, A.P. McCoy on Lady Cricket. At her best, the mare's got real talent. But just to get placed against these is surely the highest ambition.
Well, real smashing horse this, and didn't look out of place at all walking around this paddock with the 9 runners for this Pertemps King George. Colin Brown carrying a little bit more weight than in his riding days, but still in good nick. And this horse, a real credit to David Ellsworth and of course Janice Coyle, who looks after him, and a real character. Amazing, speaks an awful lot for the horse's constitution as well as David's training ability. Who's actually fit enough to run in this race. 4 years on the bounce, or win it 4 times over a period of 5 years. You look back through the form book these days and see horses for a couple of years and you know, never seem to hear of them again. But not this fella. It'll be a long time before we see another one as good. And this is what Colin gets paid for, trying to hold this horse, going down to the post. Never easy when he was fit, and it hasn't got any easier in the years since his retirement. Real smashing horse this. And you could, somebody said to me now, right, okay, we're going to line him up and race this horse against these other 9. I'd still have a good bet that he wouldn't finish last. There you go, can't wait to get on with it. And on a cold afternoon, oh, there you go, look at that. There's plenty of sprinters wouldn't be able to lay up with him, and just what you need on a cold afternoon, get that wind whistling past your ears and a really good cheer.
Seymour Business, the 28th title holder to return the next year, and 8 have succeeded in winning again for the second time, is out to 13-8, and several informed layers are determined to get their whack out of Seymour Business. It is heavily supported, but 1 or 2 are calling 7-4 on the rails. Very good support for First Goal, the French horse 3-1 into 5-2, and confidence developing behind Florida Pearl for Ireland, 11-2 chance. Edredon Bleu is generally 9, and though it has touched 10, Edredon Bleu, good support for Go Ballistic into 14-1 from 33-1 this morning. Out to 14-1 is Lady Cricket, a bad result in the betting shops for Piper McCoy if she can become the first filly ever to win it, and big prices against the rest. But the opposition to Seymour Business is led by informed layers. Every time it's won the King George or run it in the last 2 years, it's been opposed in the market, opposed again. 13-8, Seymour Business, but there's plenty of money for him still.
Well, 4 races down in the Scoop 6, just 2 more to go, including the big one. And the pool, just to remind you, is up to nearly £250,000. The win dividend of that is 98,972, and there are 374 tickets remaining after 4 races.
Let's take a look in at the eye catchers now. And the favourite looked outstanding. First gold on the way to the post. Go Ballistic, first gold in Florida Pearl. Pluses for those, none for Seymour Business. Let's join Simon.
For the 50th running of this King George VI chase, and Edredon Bleu, as anticipated, the light blue sleeve jacket is taken to the front by Jim Cullity with Beau, another front runner alongside. The last to land at the first fence was Go Ballistic, and the first open ditch comes up quickly. Edredon Bleu from Beau with Seymour Business on the outside, a very handy third. Then the French horse First Gold looked to smash her out on the course. Double Thriller next from Lady Cricket, Bellator, Florida Pearl, the red and white hoop jacket towards the back with Go Ballistic as they make their first turn and head on towards the third of the 19 fences. And Edredon Bleu, this 2-mile champion, going a mile further than that this afternoon, but appears to be settling pretty well in front from Beau in second. And then Seymour Business on the outside, the light green sleeves. First Gold in the red jacket. In the black on the inside, that's Bellator from Lady Cricket. As they clear the first down the back, Double Thriller a bit untidy. Florida Pearl out wide with the white pace, and Go Ballistic just the back marker. The next open ditch, and Edredon Bleu will lead over from Beau in second. Then Seymour Business, Florida Pearl, a mistake there. And jockey Ruby Walsh had to sit pretty tight on the Irish horse at that. He clouted it hard as they now run towards another plain one. Edredon Bleu from Beau, and the leader, Edredon Bleu, wasn't too fluent this time. The back two over that were Bellator and Go Ballistic. As they approach the last plain fence in the back straight, we can check the starting price as they clear it, and they land safely. Seymour Business in 4th place at the moment, going off the 6-4 favourite, ahead of the French horse First Gold at 5-2. First Gold currently lying in 3rd as they swing right-handed and approach the line of 3 fences up the straight. Well over a circuit to go, and it's Edredon Bleu that leads by a length and a half to Beau in second. First Gold on the inside of Seymour Business, and then Lady Cricket from Double Thriller. Florida Pearl out wide, Bellator tucked away on the inside, and Go Ballistic the back marker. At the first of the 3 in the straight, much better this time, Edredon Bleu at that, from Beau in second. First Gold and Thierry Duman in a good position in 3rd place. His first try over English fences for First Gold. So far, so good. A slightly slow jump by Seymour Business on the outside in 4th place. Lady Cricket in the blue headgear on the inside of yellow-jacketed Double Thriller, and then Florida Pearl, Bellator and Go Ballistic as they approach this plain fence in front of the pack stands here. And Go Ballistic was down on his nose towards the rear. There's not a space to be had in the stands as they watch the 9 runners pass in front of the judge with a circuit to go in the King George, and it's Edredon Bleu and Beau disputing the running. 2 or 3 lengths to First Gold in 3rd place, followed by Seymour Business, then Lady Cricket in 5th. Followed next by Florida Pearl and Double Thriller, and Bellator is 1 from last, and Go Ballistic is all of 15 to 20 lengths off the pace as they clear the water jump. And they all land safely over that, with Edredon Bleu and Jim Cullity on the inside of Beau out wide, and Carl Llewellyn. First Gold well poised still in 3rd position, followed by Seymour Business and Mick Fitzgerald looking for his 3rd win in this race. Florida Pearl and Lady Cricket on the inside. Bellator now switched out wide at another open ditch. Great jump by Edredon Bleu, the leader there. Bellator rather fiddled it back in the pack, and Go Ballistic, the old fellow, is struggling to keep up. So they swing right-handed again into the back straight. They've got 7 fences left to jump, and it's Edredon Bleu that continues to make the pace here. He'll soon be going into uncharted territory, chased in second by Beau, with First Gold on the inside for the French trainer Francois Duman, who's won this race 4 times in the past. Seymour Business close up in 4th. Lady Cricket still in touch on the inside from Florida Pearl, who seems to be going much better now after an early mistake, and Bellator out wide as they jump the next plain fence. Behind Bellator in rear, Double Thriller, and Go Ballistic just passing Double Thriller. Another open ditch then. This is the 14th of the 19. Edredon Bleu and Beau, they take it together. Good jump in third by First Gold there, who comes between the front two. Seymour Business right on terms in fourth place. From Florida Pearl, First Gold accelerates, going to the next fence and takes over First Gold. Fluid from Edredon Bleu on the inside. Beau, Seymour Business, Florida Pearl going well. Also the big white face as they near the last fence in the back straight. First Gold touches down just in front from Beau. Florida Pearl goes third. Edredon Bleu is feeling the peach and force. Seymour Business comes under pressure now from Mick Fitzgerald. Bellator's running on a bit, and then Lady Cricket. So they make the turn then, and it's Thierry Durman riding for his father Francois on First Gold, and looking for another win for France here. First Gold with Florida Pearl, the leading chaser in Ireland, challenging up the inside. Beau comes under pressure. Bellator back in fourth, then Edredon Bleu and Seymour Business struggling to pick up. This is three out. First Gold, a great jump, lands 3 lengths clear of Florida Pearl, who's now offered some rain in second place and asked to go after the leader, but the leader looks mighty strong. First Gold, oh, he was brilliant, 2 out from Florida Pearl in second. Beau back in third, then Bellator in fourth place, and First Gold, he looks every bit as good as they said he was, coming to the final fence in the King George. First Gold clear, brilliant again. Florida Pearl over in second. He's going to have to settle for second best yet again, because he's met a real smart one here. First Gold for France, a 5th win for the two-man team. First Gold wins the King George in brilliant style from Florida Pearl in second. A long break then to Bellator, followed home by Beau and Seymour Business. And after Seymour Business, Edredon Bleu, he didn't really get the trip, did he? Lady Cricket, and after Lady Cricket was Go Ballistic, and Double Thriller has been pulled up in the straight. You can't argue with that. First Gold, the 5-2 winner of this Pertemps King George VI chase in the colours of the Marchesa de Moratella, trained by Francois Duman. His 5th win in this race after Napsala, the Fellow twice, and Algan in 1994, and ridden by his son Thierry Duman, the top chaser in France, and after this performance, surely the top chaser in Europe. You'll have to go a long way to see a better display. He could be something special, this horse. A 7-year-old only, the winner of his last 3 races in France, all at Auteuil. This is his first try over English obstacles, and he never put a foot wrong. Florida Pearl looked to danger fleetingly early in the straight, but couldn't get on terms with him. Back in third, Bellator ran a blinder, and fourth home was Beau. First Gold, he looked something special here.
First Gold, Francois Dumas, 23rd runner at Kempton. He's won with 8 of them. It's now his 5th King George, and First Gold has landed a mighty touch. Some insiders were on at 10-1 when betting opened, 11-2, all the prices down, and here on the track today it did touch 3-1, return the 5-2, clear second favourite at First Gold. Florida Pearl once again flatters to deceive, disappointing in the end against a brilliant horse, runner-up at 11-2, with third Bellator sent off a double carpet, 33-1, and Seymour Business, who's returned the 6-4 favourite, finished 5th at Seymour Business, pulled up in the race 2 years ago and has won it twice. 2 good races, 2 bad races he's run. 14-1 First Gold was for the Tote Gold Cup. We'll let you know what he is going to be. Could well be favourite for it. Highly impressive. 5-2 First Gold for France.
Well, he's come of age, this lad, come along with this horse. Just look at the jump here at the second last he gets out of him. Goes for a long one. Really impressive. That put the seal on the race. Not that it looked at that stage as though anything was going to come from out the pack. The ones that were in with a chance were close enough to him off the bend, but he quickened up well. Did exactly the same again at the last. Go on, son. Really almost turned it. A really good performance, and it's also nice to see that out of the first 4, 3 of them were 7-year-olds, Florida Pearl an 8-year-old. Some really nice horses to look forward to, but this one certainly something special, and an incredible record of Francois Dumas.
I've got the father and son of Francois and Thierry talking in French. That must be a fantastic feeling.
Yeah, it's a bigger pleasure to win it than my son. But anyway, he's a great horse, and we're very happy for the Marchesa. I just talked to her on the phone now, and she said she was a great shame she couldn't see it, but she couldn't come.
Look at the reception you're getting from the English crowd.
Well, I'm very pleased to be in Cape Town as usual, and I thank the crowd. And well done to Cape Town and its atmosphere.
Well done to the two-man family. What a horse. Get it.
Je peux pas arrêter le cheval.
On arrête 2 minutes, on le couvre comme il faut. On arrête 2 minutes.
François.
Well, a proud moment for the Dumaine stable, and of course the Marchesa de Moratello winning the race again, having won it twice with the Fellow and Algan. So just coming back in, there's Francois. And didn't he win well? As Simon was saying, probably the best chaser in Europe now. Of course, it looks like trouble being on the sidelines. And when you see a horse win like that, you can't wait to see them again. There's Sir Peter O'Sullivan, whose own horses in partnership with the Marchesa on many occasions in the past. I wonder whether they'll be chatting in French or English. Let's get the returns for you then. If you've backed First Gold, he paid you £3.90 for the win, £1.90 for the place, £2 for Florida Pearl's place, and Bellator paid £4.30. Exacta £24.40. Straight forecast £16. So France beat Ireland, beat England. I can't say that Florida Pearl, Mac was saying, he's flattered to see, but a great run by the